We're going to go ahead and do a reading specifically for twin flames, for the divine feminine, for the divine masculine, to see what is going on. Today, our sun in Pisces is trine Mars in Cancer. Anytime the sun is trine any of the, we'll say, major planets, this brings a change in direction, and this is a good thing. This is a turning point. And it's a much needed energy too. So when we deal with Pisces, this is very romantic energy. We're still in Pisces season. And when we're dealing with Mars and Cancer, this is we'll call it an alignment that we've been dealing with for a little while. One that affects your energy levels, your motivation, and where you're putting your focus. And when we're dealing with Mars and Cancer, we're being guided to really pay attention to our home life, our family, our house, things like that. So this is actually a really, really good energy for your union, as it also involves taking a deeper look at our connections and what needs to be healed. Now, today's energies are really, really important because we also have our moon is in Cancer, and it is also square our north node in Pisces, but it's also square our south node, which is in Virgo. And this is going to be very important for the year ahead as we're navigating some of these same energies. So when we're dealing with our south node, it's everything we need to let go of. It's like karmic patterns, past life karma, and our problems, we'll say, right? It's like behaviors, everything that needs to go, everything that has been an obstacle in this lifetime for you, what you're working on healing and unpacking karmically. But when we deal with our north node, it is our future, it's our path, and where it's trying to take us moving forward. It gives us our sense of direction and even purpose. And so we're going to see this as a very important theme over the course of this year, how that south node in Virgo and north node in Pisces are affecting us, but especially as we're getting ready for that first eclipse, which happens on the 13th. And this is a Virgo full moon. Now, this is also a blood moon and a lunar eclipse, and I think this is very important as it's also going to align with that Virgo south node and what we need to heal. So this could be bringing things up from your past, but I think specifically whatever it is that you're trying to work on right now, or that you're working through that's coming up for you, is kind of being highlighted with these energies. And this is very specific for twin flames too, because twin flames obviously have to heal a lot and have things to deal with, and sometimes your twin flame can highlight issues or things you need to heal, things you need to work on, whatever it is. So pay attention to what's coming up for you specifically during this time, because even though we're not in those eclipse energies yet, we're very much in those themes. We'll talk about a few more of these things during this video, but I'm going to start with a reading for the divine feminine just to start. I always say this is just a general reading, so just take what resonates specifically for your situation. I do one-on-one phone call readings on my website. I am an energy healer. I have a ton of healings, clearings, and activations on my website, sparksofdivinelighealing.com. I also do relationship coaching and twin flame coaching to help you on your journey, no matter where you're at in the journey. I have so many amazing tools for you on my website. I'm always trying to get you to do more healings. I'm always doing activations on there. I know I have a bunch up for today. Right? Today is a powerful activation day. We're going to be tapping into these energies, and March moves very fast. And specifically because of the spring equinox, it brings a really, really good energy. I'm out here kind of soaking up it's very windy here. It's real windy, right, this month. We're going to notice that. So I'm out here just kind of soaking up some of that vibe right now, doing these cards. Hopefully it doesn't blow my cards away, right? Okay, so let's start with a reading for the divine feminine, but only take what resonates for your specific situation. You can do those readings as often as you need them, and we'll go into whatever's coming up for you, whatever's going on for you, helping you to navigate and work with what you got. Okay, divine feminine collective, divine masculine. If you're watching, direct messages from your divine feminine. I've been watching your socials and admiring your pictures. So this divine feminine might be spending a lot of time looking at masculine social media or checking it out. I've been manifesting you, and this is where it's at with the divine feminine collective. So this is a reading for everyone. A lot of you guys might be navigating a separation. Get help if you are, because it can bring up a lot of challenges and a lot of things to heal very fast. And some of you guys are in union and you're navigating that. It just depends on where you're at on the journey. Once you've met your twin flame, it's very much opened up and activated that twin flame journey. Doesn't matter where you're in the process, you're on the twin flame path at that point. Once you've met this person, it begins to activate and bring things online. This divine feminine is manifesting union. Make sure you're an energetic match to what you're asking for. Usually, if not fully in union, is to work through some things within yourself, by yourself. It just kind of depends on what your life entails, what you've been trying to process, what you're needing to heal from your past. Now, this eclipse is like a boomerang bringing up things from your past, but only if they're unresolved. So you might have things that are coming up specifically related to your twin flame journey that you're required to heal so that you can energetically be a match for this union. A lot of times separation, people don't like to acknowledge this. Sometimes this is being not in the right frequency. The only reason that a lot of you guys get stuck in separation is energy repelling the person you want on some level. And this is only negative energy can do that, and having to clear some negative energy. So I was telling someone this morning when they were kind of asking, the only negative energy in your life ever, and I know this won't be popular, is energies coming up from within that we have to clear, that are being triggered to the surface. Your DM is going to trigger a lot of repressed, buried emotions, emotional energy, and maybe even trigger core wounds and things you may and usually may not have known that you had, so that you can heal these things on a greater level. This is meant to help you with your ascension process so that you can pinpoint things easier and get to know yourself on a deeper level and see things about yourself. Be gentle with yourself and keep working on your energy, as this can bring a lot to the surface fast, as twin flames often go through an intense process of clearing energy, and outdated beliefs, limiting beliefs are huge right now. Letting these things go and letting go of any blocks to union. This divine masculine is spending a lot of time doing manifestation work. This can take a lot out of you. You might feel it. Make sure that you're staying aligned with the life that you want and the union that you want during this time, because things are shifting fast and things are manifesting fast. And I love eclipse gateways because they can help to align us with our destiny. And we're going to get into that message because I see that on these cards. Your twin flame is a destined connection. They're the person you're destined to be with. So if you're feeling like, well, everyone, not where you want to be yet in life, you still got some work to do, you're working towards those goals or that life that you want or that union that you desire, or even in union where you want to be in that union, it is okay. This eclipse gateway or these eclipse energies are very, very powerful for helping us to make shifts and get where we want to be. Okay, this is like up level your life energy, shift your timeline energy, healed wounds kind of energy. And then especially with that Virgo energy, it's a very healing vibe with that first eclipse, but it might be an intense energy that can recalibrate us in terms of our energy, shift us where we want to be. Or you're going to see, I love the spring equinox. And so yes, we have eclipses all the time, right? But not usually with the equinox. And so when we deal with that spring equinox, oftentimes we are going to see plot shifts and positive shifts in your story that you may or may not have seen coming. You might have seen it coming because you were trying to manifest it, but it could just happen too. So eclipses are amazing for aligning us with our destiny and where we should be. We have a lot of cards to support that, I see. Your energy is intoxicating and pulling me in. Divine feminine has a really strong energy. Your masculine feels you all of the time. This is why I feel this work is so important, that you're learning how to master your frequency and your energy. Positive energy pulls, negative pushes, repelling. We want to be very magnetic to our twin flame, right? So making your energy more magnetic, staying more positive, whether you're needing to do affirmations, healing, letting go of negative energies in your life. I feel the same emotions as you all of the time. So I see a lot of times when you guys have gone through the rough points, the rough points, or like you've been through purges, or you've been through a lot of emotional overwhelm or upheaval, or just feeling things intensely, knowing that your twin flame is literally your mirror soul, and they feel everything that you feel. Every emotion you're processing, so do they on their end, right? And so this is why it can get intense for both twin flames. This is why it only takes you to be doing some of that healing work to change the whole and to really, really help with yourself, obviously, and healing yourself, but also with your twin flame side of things. It will help them. I have faith in the universe. This is bigger than both of us at the moment. So trust the universe, and that sometimes your journey might not be, as they say, a straight line. Yeah, could have some zigzags, right? Did I always say that? Like, sometimes your process might not be as straightforward as you like, because this is about, stripping away ego. It's about clearing blocks. It's about healing yourself. And this is life in I would say, a nutshell, right? Well, what we're going through in life and with ascension and with our spiritual awakening, but especially on the twin flame journey, a big part of twin flame is to heal and to shift into the highest, best version of yourself, the highest frequency you can be on. And we're clearing a lot of outdated programs, patterns, conditioning. Some of this can be triggered to the surface, so you have to deal with it a little bit more. And so it just kind of depends on where you're at in your journey and what your own process looks like. Trust me, we were fated to meet, and I am your destiny. And I always say, you've met this person in the perfect divine timing. Okay, now this isn't for everyone, but some of you guys might have children already from existing relationships. Some of you guys may go on to have children with your twin flame, and this could be very, very important too. So it just depends on who this message is for, but some of you guys have children, and this could be affecting things, or your twin flame does, right? It just kind of depends too. So you might have children around. This could be, that, and they're in your life, or your partner has children, or even in the spirit form. This could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner that you seek. A lot of times you guys are questioning the connection, because it usually requires you, Divine Feminine, this is a reading for you, to make changes in your life, right? And I see that too, that this could be confusing for you, because sometimes this requires like really doing the work. It's not that hard. And I always say that you have to oftentimes go deep within yourself, and to take a look at yourself, and to heal, and to integrate avoided unconscious aspects, bringing them into light. That's why I always say, get someone to help you with this. It'll save you so much time. But it's not that hard, but we have to go into these aspects that can be quite painful. You're going to be required to probably have to heal inner child aspects, old wounds, things from previous relationships that get stirred to the surface. This is the shadow work, the inner shadows coming up. And it's such a big part of your awakening, your ascension, and even the twin flame journey too, to really heal these areas that need it, especially any areas that really need love. Make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. Take the steps that you're guided to take to work through this process. A lot of people don't like that, but when you're working with spirit, as I say, right? Or working with your spirit guides, make sure you're really listening. They're going to guide you step by step as to what to be doing in your life or your connection. Make sure you're really following your intuition with this Mars and Cancer energy, but also taking action on what you're being guided to do during this time. Okay, forest healing, and I love this. Connect with the trees and animals of the forest. Breathe in and out deeply. I love this time of year, because I know I'm a little early, but we're going into spring, hopefully, right? We're getting ready for the spring equinox. This is 2 weeks away. I was looking at the calendar this morning, and when things start to warm up, it gets quite nice out, right? And then we notice in the wintertime, especially because we have this winter card, right? We notice in the wintertime that we miss the sun, we miss the nature, right? And we really feel it. We're like, so when it's getting to be a little bit warmer, I know it's not quite there for some of you guys, but as it's warming up, make sure that you're getting back out into nature, connecting with the sun. I love the elements, right? Like I'm like a wind or the sun person, and we notice that with the elements. Using the elements to heal you, this could be as simple as going for a little walk, getting outside, soaking up a little bit of nature if you can. But this will help you to really ground your energy. As we're being bombarded with a ton of ascension energies, March is going to have a lot of upgrades, downloads, and activations. We're needing to ground our energy. And I was saying that, like, I see the effects, like, on the collective and people at times, and like sometimes you're just trying to integrate a lot on the energetic level and not always understanding. Like sometimes you guys are getting bursts of energy and having a ton of motivation and getting everything done, and sometimes you're feeling a little slow, right? like and you're not feeling like too much. Remember that your body is literally clearing thousands of years of programming, right? And you are receiving huge blasts of cosmic energy that are upgrading your entire body and energy system and things like that. So I think right now what is most important is how we are taking care of ourselves and integrating these energies. So just doing things that are good for you, eating better foods, grounding, right vitamins, clearing negative energies, which we're going to become more and more sensitive to probably on some level. Take care of yourself during this time, and nature is one of the best ways we can do that. Spirit animal medicine, connect with your spirit animals for guidance and healing. You're supported. So once again, that's why I brought these cards. Connecting with nature and the elemental realms, you'll find a lot of magic there. You'll activate your magic there, and so it'll really help your energy, especially as we are healing and kind of giving ourselves what we need to heal, whether this is more time, space, energy work, nature. I love this card because this really is a representation of Beltane. I'm a little early, right? May 1st is Beltane, okay? But when we go into the spring equinox, this is like we're going into that time of year, and I love that because it represents the goddess and God in their divine marriage and union. So enchanted marriage, join your beloved in a sacred union. The fairies bless this commitment. So it's such a Beltane message card as we're going into this time of year. And sacred union, spiritual union. This is to come together in union, not just with your twin flame, but with the divine, to really bring that energy into the spiritual connection and to have that connection that you deserve. But if our relationships are a mirror to us and they're showing us, we'll say, flaws and imbalances and things we need to work on, or shadow aspects, we have to heal these within ourselves to have that work that we have done reflected back into our relationships. So this is how we truly heal our love life and our connections, especially when it comes to twin flame union, as this is a twin flame reading, to heal ourselves and to heal our own energy. And that frequency and that work that we do will be mirrored back in our connection too. And so usually twin flame starts out in different stages. I was telling someone this, like, I feel separations are inevitable because you just weren't at that place yet, even though we like to think we were, right? Okay, but usually you start out and the meeting happens, the recognition happens, the love bubble happens, and you have some amazing moments first to keep you motivated. And so there's a part of waking up to the connection, we call that soul recognition, and then oftentimes twin flames are split apart. And the reason being is energetically, because of that high love frequency that you're feeling, receiving, right? That a lot of trauma is pushed to the surface, creating a negative energy and a repelling effect with twin flames, okay? So usually this is how it happens anyways, but as you heal that energy from within yourself, we discussed this, heal your chakras, heal that energy, and you start feeling really good again without this person, without that codependent attachment kind of need, and get right in your own energy and feel really good. You always notice they come in and they're ready for union too, because you are. And so just remember that. So this is, and it depends on where you guys are at. Some of you guys are in these unions and you're really feeling the benefits of the work that you've done and it's feeling amazing, or you know that you're close to coming into union, whether you're like kind of having these encounters with them or you're wanting to reunite with them. It just kind of depends. These are very positive cards today for your love life. I was going to start that like, I see love in your future. Like, I'm serious. I see love in your future for sure, based on the work you're doing. But yes, I do. Find me if you want to heal your love life, and if you're having problems with that or other areas of your life. We have money coming up. The two are interconnected too, so you might be having a lot of like balancing things and needing to heal in that area. Maybe you're kind of just getting by, or you're always juggling a lot, or you're super resourceful. It just kind of depends, indicating maybe you have something going on there financially that you're trying to move through. And winter might have been kind of hard for you. This depends, because it shows both twin flames. I love this card, even though it's like not the best card, right? Because it's both twin flames are having a hard time. So if you've been having a hard time, so is your masculine, okay? Because it's a reading for the feminine. This could be missing someone, breakup, rejection. And sometimes this is also affecting you in other areas of your life. Like we talked about money and jobs. And I love this card because the solution is to turn to the spiritual and connect with the spiritual energies, connect to source, like right there. It's like, there's so much help and guidance for you to get you through this. If you feel like you've been struggling, having a hard time, this is like my little bit of depressed card, whatever it is, because like this is feeling really burdened and overloaded. So this is like my stressed out card. This is like my empath burnout card and like taking on too much. But oftentimes this is feeling that you're not valued, being taken for granted, and taking on everyone else's energy. Like you are not, sorry, a dumping ground for other people's problems, even though you are obviously, as a twin flame, probably an empath. And you might notice that maybe some of the same people are, I don't want to say using you to unload their problems or energies like that. And then like you make them feel a lot better talking to them, and then you feel kind of like, okay, I have to process all that. This is my processing energy card. But it could also just be your own stuff, like you're processing a lot of energies coming up or being triggered to the surface. But oftentimes it's also surrounding energy, like you might feel like you're the go-to for everyone else and you don't have really anyone to talk to, and you're having like to deal with some type of heavy energy in your life, and not like a negative thing. It's just you've taken on so much. This is also my family card. This is like some of you guys have taken on at a young age all this family stuff that wasn't yours to carry. Like we're clearing a lot of fear, guilt, and shame from the family lines, or you know, maybe projections that you picked up along the way that have affected you in your life, or even from other people and things like that too. This is like really stepping into your power kind of era, right? Healing and seeing your worth and stepping into your power energetically. So I always come on here to remind you that you have the power to shift any situation in your life and to stay positive, because we're going to get that message for the masculine side of things. So let's just go ahead and do a quick reading for the divine masculine. Remember, I'm going to be around doing healings. If you need me today, check out what's on my site. And you can do anything in my shop all of the time anyway. So always encouraging you to do more of those twin flame healings I have on my website. I have tons of them. They'll really help you on your journey. And then let's go ahead and just do some quick cards for the divine masculine side. Divine feminine, if you're watching, direct messages from your masculine. I'm sorry I couldn't be what you needed me to be. Oftentimes masculine feels not ready for you. Divine feminine usually internalizes this, not seeing the big picture of it. Just as you're not usually, we talked about not being ready, but people don't want to hear that, right? And I always say the universe kind of decides with your life and with your lessons and things like that. So oftentimes divine masculine feels that too, that they're needing to work on themselves spiritually, or to work on their other areas of their life, or whatever it is. So it's like that love bubble, and then sometimes you're pulled back to do that inner work by yourselves. So divine masculine might, I don't want to say it doesn't feel good enough, but might feel they have more work to do. The distance between us kills me. I was saying this, the universe loves to use space and distance to trigger things. Like, yeah, you're apart, you're getting triggered, you're together, other things might be coming up. So it loves to use that distance in these type of connections. I don't know why, but it does, to trigger things. I want to make things right. My soul recognizes yours and longs to be with you. This person spends a lot of time thinking about you and wanting to be with you, especially if you're not physically together at the moment or in full union. I didn't feel good enough for you, and I knew I had more work to do. Things just got too intense too fast. Everything I see now reminds me of you. They might see little messages, things you like, things that remind them of you everywhere. And like, if you're not there, divine feminine, for the divine feminine, divine masculine, you're like, oh, I wish I could tell her this. And you know, you maybe go to text her or say something and you don't, or they're not around. Like, right? If you guys are in hardcore separation, sometimes separations go into no contact, no communication. One will usually orchestrate this, but this is the divine orchestrating it, of giving you guys your guidance of what to do. And this helps you both to be able to heal in silence if that's your situation. But even doesn't matter the situation, you're seeing little reminders of your twin flame. Like everywhere you go, you could be out and seeing like angel numbers and their messages about your twin flame union, or their specific messages that are reminding you of your divine feminine in some way. Let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. Make sure that you're staying open to support. This will help you so much on your journey, especially if you're needing to go into this stuff. I always say it's just so beneficial too. So we find that oftentimes some of you guys turn to your friends and family, and you're going to find out if you have support there. But I'm always here. I do these videos to remind you I'm always here too if you guys are needing help with this. Very soon. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. Okay, I love this message because I feel that if you decide you want something in life, you will have that experience, including twin flame union. I think one of the best things that you can do is to stay focused and aligned with what you want and what you're manifesting. So if it is union that you want, as long as you've decided that, you've chosen that option, and you're doing the work and staying focused on it, you will manifest that union. So sometimes it's also honing in on your desires, Mars energy, right? Honing on your desires and what you want. Some of you might be feeling like you're going through unrequited love. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. You might feel like it's one-sided, or you're not sure, especially if you're dealing with a runner situation. Sometimes they deny the connection, but they're really going through it too. You have to understand that from their side of things. And so sometimes you might feel like, I don't know about this situation, and you're not sure, because you do clear a lot of fear, worry, doubt, and things like that too. Your twin flame loves you too. They feel the same way, even if they're not telling you, or I say they're concealing it. Okay, just trust me. It's take time to heal. Give yourself space to heal your heart. Don't carry old wounds into the future. And this is so important too, that you're taking this space to really heal your heart, because you can't really keep taking the old baggage. Number one, we can't take it into the new higher frequencies, and we can't take it into our union with us. So it's like, okay, you each had a suitcase full, I call it trash, suitcase full of your old baggage and garbage, and you tried to bring it into union, and guess what? You were bounced out, right? And to do the work. And I'm not trying to make light of it, right? But that is part of the problem, that you have more things to process. Karma is unprocessed or unresolved energies within ourselves that have created blocks. So we call these karmic imprints. So if you have had a karmic experience or traumatic experience, they leave imprints in your energy, and they'll play out in some way. So this is why energy healing is so important, to remove karmic debris, blocks, and imprints and things like that. Because when we try to bring them into our twin flame connection, these are the old wounds being triggered that need to be resolved too. So when you have old hurts and wounds coming up, or old traumatic or karmic experiences coming up, this will pinpoint where you need to heal on some level. Find peace in the situation. Embrace the present and accept what it is so you can move forward. Daily practice. Cultivate a daily practice to reconnect and rebuild your energy. And I think this is so important. We were talking on the other side of things about rebuilding your energy and really healing your energy and doing things that are good for you. That's why I always encourage you guys to be doing more energy work, especially living on the planet during this time. We're needing it more than ever before. So make sure you're doing things to take care of and rebuild your energy. We have a lot that strips us away. We're needing to pour back in. Stay positive right now about your situation. We talked about both of you having a mutual, really strong attraction. That isn't always it. But when you're healed, you're very magnetic to your divine feminine. So if you are trying to attract your divine feminine more, you want to shift into a higher vibrational state. Low vibe energy repels, high vibe attracts. So the more that you can work on your own energy and your own healing, the more magnetic that you become with them too. We have this Queen of Cups energy, and this is your feminine coming through. We'll say higher self coming through in this reading. This is unconditional love, but also maybe you're needing to heal something within your feminine field or your feminine energy, and to really open up to your intuition and balance and be more empathic too. So you might be doing some work to open up to more love in this lifetime, we'll say, or to activate and open up your intuition more. If you're trying to activate your intuition, make sure you check out the activations on my website. They're amazing for that. We have 8 of Pentacles. This is your hard work paying off. And this is always my manifesting energy. I always feel like this is the guy like toiling or working away or working hard towards their goals. Okay, I put this up this morning. While you want to be taking action and putting in the work, you also want to be putting in intention too, because this is what's going to really, really help you in your life. Learning how to manifest and be more intentional and to set better intentions is going to really speed up whatever you're doing in your life, especially your twin flame work too. So this is like my guy sitting and doing the work. Like whether you wanted to or not, or you're wanting to, it doesn't matter. You're sitting and doing the work. And so this is where the universe comes in, right? And so sometimes separation is actually divine intervention. So you'll both have to do certain work, and it just kind of depends on, each soul is different as to what lessons you might be getting or what might be going on or what you might be healing during that time. But this is like my guy sitting and toiling away and doing the work, but knowing you're getting the results from doing that work too. So this is the inner work. This is like all about healing your inner state, because we have that inner peace card. Healing your inner state so that you're feeling less anxiety, less stress, less fear and more inner peace and confidence and more, we'll say, assured about yourself. And you can bring those aspects into union, having an easier time with it too, right? You're doing some type of inner work. This could be something you're being guided to do on your own, or the universe is stepping in and helping you to do that work too. There's a lot being pushed to the surface as we're doing March, and we're kind of getting ready for that eclipse, we'll say in a week or so, right? And so a few days. So we're already kind of feeling those eclipse energies. This is all about how you're taking care of yourself, self-care, daily routine, and of course, I love Virgo energy work, right? This is like hands-on healing, energy work, those kind of things. I'm going to let you go on that note, but have a beautiful rest of your day. If you're needing me, you can go ahead and book me on my website, sparksofdivinelighealing.com. Check out all the healings, activations, readings I have on there, and of course, coaching. Have a beautiful day.